You've got an exam coming up, so you do what everyone does. You sit down, open your notes, and start rereading. You spend hours soaking a thick textbook in yellow highlighter. It feels productive, but cognitive scientists who study memory will tell you this is a massive waste of your time. This split screen shows the difference between two study methods. On the left, rereading and highlighting creates what researchers call the fluency illusion. You recognize the words on the page, so you falsely believe you've mastered the concept. On the right, a simple question forces your brain to work. Recognizing a passage is not the same as actually learning it. We're going to abandon the fluency illusion. Over the next 5 minutes, we're going to build a physical, 4-tier spaced repetition system based strictly on the science of successful learning. Right now, grab the materials you need. Pick a specific topic to study: a stack of blank index cards, a pen, a dedicated notebook, and 4 small boxes or envelopes. Feeling productive is the enemy of actual retention. This physical system strips away that false confidence and replaces it with a process that forces the biological creation of lasting memory. Line up your 4 boxes on your desk. Take your pen and label them from left to right: daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. This setup is called the Leitner system. The foundational rule of this system is that every single new concept or vocabulary word you write on an index card drops straight into that first daily box, no exceptions. The path forward is based on correct answers. If you pull a card from the daily box and can retrieve the answer from memory, it graduates to the weekly box. Answer it correctly a week later, and it moves to the monthly box. From there, it progresses to quarterly. Here is the penalty structure. If you get a card wrong at any stage, even if it's been sitting safely in the quarterly box, it plummets all the way back to the daily box. You have to prove you know it all over again. That growing gap of time between study sessions is a biological requirement for learning. Giving your brain just enough time to almost forget the information guarantees that the next time you try to retrieve it, the mental effort will be significantly higher. That effort physically strengthens the connection in your brain. By strictly adhering to these box movements, you stop overstudying material you already know. You are artificially replicating your brain's natural forgetting curve to forge permanent neural pathways. Let's populate the system. Take 5 blank cards and draft your first prompts right now. The front of each card can only contain an open-ended question or a direct prompt. Do not write summaries or bullet points. When you read that prompt, you must sit in the friction of trying to remember the answer. You have to actively search your memory and pull the information out before you ever let yourself flip the card over. This is active retrieval. Next, take index cards covering 2 or 3 completely different chapters or subjects and physically shuffle them into a single mixed deck. This chart shows what happens during standard monotonous practice. If a batter only sees curveballs, you get these 5 identical pitches hitting the exact same spot. The batter gets very good at hitting curveballs in practice, but they will strike out in a real game because they know exactly what's coming every time. Now we randomize the pitches. We mix fastballs, changeups, and curveballs, arriving at unpredictable locations. By interleaving the types of pitches, the batter has to decide what the problem is in a split second before they can physically solve it. Block studying one subject at a time creates fragile knowledge. Shuffling multiple subjects together builds robust discrimination skills. You train your brain to rapidly identify different types of problems, which is exactly what you need for real-world, unpredictable application. Put the flashcards down for a moment. Open your blank journal and pull the single hardest card currently sitting in your daily box. We're going to apply the elaboration protocol. Write down an explanation of the concept on that card in completely plain English. You have to explain it as if you were teaching the idea to a 5-year-old. Once you have the plain English explanation, physically write down a connection between this new concept and a specific event or memory from your own personal life. Pay attention to where you get stuck. If you find yourself relying on textbook jargon, or if you cannot link the concept to a personal memory, you do not actually understand it yet. You only recognize the terminology. This elaboration journal acts as a lie detector, exposing whether you've achieved true mastery or are just repeating memorized vocabulary. Look at the physical architecture now sitting in front of you. You have your 4 Leitner boxes, your interleaved active retrieval deck, and your elaboration journal. When you sit down for tomorrow's study session, set a realistic expectation. Pulling answers from a cold memory will feel incredibly frustrating. It will be slow. Cognitive scientists refer to this friction as a desirable difficulty. The mental strain you feel is the physical process of your brain strengthening its neural connections. Take your first 5 interleaved cards. Test yourself on the prompts, check your answers, and slide them into the corresponding boxes based on your results. Stop passively rereading. By embracing the physical discomfort of active retrieval and spaced repetition, you guarantee that the information will permanently stick.